In 2024, 134,000 ultra-high net worth individuals, people with at least 30 million in investable assets, picked up and moved to a new country. And analysts are projecting that number could climb to 165,000 in 2026. Where are they going? Some are heading to Dubai, some to Singapore, some to Switzerland, some to Florida. But here's what I think is really interesting. A growing number of wealthy buyers are also choosing New Jersey, and more specifically, Monmouth County, New Jersey. Now, you might be thinking, why would someone with that kind of money choose Monmouth County over Miami, Malibu, Palm Beach, or the Hamptons? That's exactly what I want to dig into. In this video, I'm breaking down the 10 reasons wealthy buyers are choosing Monmouth County, what that means for the luxury markets, and why it matters even if you're not buying a multi-million-dollar estate. I'm Melissa DeSantis, broker associate and the managing broker with Real Broker here in Freehold. And on this channel, I talk about anything and everything related to life here in Monmouth County. When affluent buyers start moving into an area, it does not just affect the top of market. It affects new construction, restaurants, schools, services, infrastructure, home values, and the overall desirability of the entire county. And the biggest reason they are choosing Monmouth County may surprise you. So make sure you stick around until number 1. Let's start with number 10, natural advantages, climate, and geography. When most people compare luxury markets, they're thinking about price, schools, square footage, or proximity to the beach. Wealthy buyers are looking at that too, but they're also looking at risk. They are thinking about climate risk, insurance costs, long-term property protection, and where it actually makes sense to hold real estate for the next 20 to 30 years. And when you compare Monmouth County to places like Florida, California, the Gulf Coast, or the Northwest, we have some real advantages. We still have 4 seasons. We are not dealing with months of extreme triple-digit heat. We do not have a wildlife season like California or parts of the West. And while we absolutely do have flood risks in some areas, especially along the shore, our inland towns like Manalapan, Marlboro, Freehold Township, Holmdel, and Colts Neck have a very different risk profile than oceanfront communities. That is important. Wealthy buyers are not just buying pretty houses, they are protecting assets. And Monmouth County gives them something very valuable. Access to the coast, proximity to New York City, beautiful open space, parks, beaches, and a lifestyle that feels elevated without some of the climate concerns you see in other luxury markets. Number 9 is infrastructure and connectivity. One of the first things relocation buyers ask me is, am I going to feel cut off? And that's a very fair question, especially when you're coming from New York City, Hoboken, Jersey City, or North Jersey, where everything just feels connected. Monmouth County is suburban, and in towns like Manalapan, Marlboro, and Freehold Township, you are going to be driving more. But what is interesting is that the county and the state are actively investing in connectivity. In 2026, New Jersey Transit launched their MicroLink pilot program in areas including Manalapan, Marlboro, Freehold Township, and Freehold Borough. And this connects residents to park and ride locations for New York City bus service. Now, is this going to replace owning a car? No. But it does show that transportation access is becoming a bigger priority. And when you look at other towns in the county, there are even more options. For example, Middletown has train access, and the Highlands gives you access to the C Street Ferry, which can get you to Manhattan in a way that actually feels enjoyable compared to sitting in traffic. For wealthy buyers, connectivity matters because many of them still have businesses, offices, investments, or family ties in New York City. They want privacy and space, but they do not want to disappear from the world. Monmouth County gives them both. Number 8 is education and healthcare. This is one of the biggest reasons affluent families choose Monmouth County. They are not just buying a house. They are buying into a school system, a community, a long-term lifestyle for their family. Many towns throughout Monmouth County are known for strong public schools. And for buyers coming from New York City or northern New Jersey, that can be a major driver. I understand this from a personal level because my husband and I moved to Manalapan in 2010, shortly after having my twins, Nick and Gabby. And schools were one of the biggest reasons we chose this area. I was not just looking at numbers on a website. I was thinking about where my children would grow up, who they would be surrounded by, what opportunities they would have, and what kind of community we wanted to be a part of. That is exactly how so many of my relocation clients think about this move. And healthcare matters too. RWJ Barnabas is building a major cancer care and specialty center in Tenton Falls. And when you see that kind of medical investment in the county, it tells you something. High-end buyers, especially those thinking long-term, care deeply about access to excellent health care. They want great doctors, strong hospitals, specialty care, and convenience. Monmouth County is continuing to build that infrastructure. Number 7 is luxury real estate development. This is where the market starts getting really interesting. When major builders and developers continue putting money into a county, that is not random. They are studying demand, demographics, income levels, migration patterns, and long-term growth. And right now, Monmouth County has everything from high-end townhomes and new construction communities to waterfront condos, custom estates, and luxury shore properties. You have inland markets like Holmdel, Colts Neck, Marlboro, Manalapan, and Rumson. And then you have the lifestyle-driven coastal markets like Asbury Park, Long Branch, Spring Lake, Seager, and Deal. That range is part of what makes Monmouth County so appealing. Not every wealthy buyer wants the same thing. Some want acreage and privacy. Some want a gated or estate-style property. Some want to be near the beach. Some want walkability and restaurants. Some want top schools. Monmouth County offers all those options within one county. And for the average buyer watching this, here is why that matters. Luxury development raises the profile of the entire area. It brings better restaurants, better services, more investment, and often stronger long-term property values. Number 6 is tax and wealth preservation. Now, I want to be very clear. I am definitely not a tax advisor, and this is not legal or financial advice. Anyone making decisions at this level should be speaking with their CPA and estate planning attorney. But from a real estate perspective, this is absolutely part of the conversation. New Jersey is known for high property taxes and high income taxes, and I would never pretend otherwise. But what many people do not realize is that New Jersey discontinued its state estate tax in 2018. That matters for families thinking about generational wealth. New Jersey also does not impose a state gift tax, making it easier for families to transfer assets to spouses, children, and grandchildren. New Jersey's inheritance tax structure can be much more favorable than people assume. So while Florida may win on income tax, there's definitely more to the story. Wealthy buyers are asking a different question now. They are not only asking, where can I pay the least in taxes? They are asking, where do I actually want to live, raise my family, protect my assets, and stay connected to New York? And for many of them, Monmouth County is becoming a very compelling answer. Number 5 is exclusive community development. One of the biggest signs that an area is becoming more desirable is by what is being built around the homes. It's not just about the houses anymore. It's about lifestyle, infrastructure, restaurants, boutique hotels, private clubs, recreation facilities, parks, downtown redevelopment, medical centers, entertainment, and high-end services. Just look at what is happening throughout Monmouth County. Freehold Raceway is being repositioned for a future redevelopment vision. Manalapan is continuing to invest in its recreation. Asbury Park continues to evolve. Red Bank remains one of the strongest downtowns. Long Branch has completely transformed over the years. These projects matter because they create a stronger lifestyle around the real estate. And wealthy buyers are very lifestyle driven. But again, this does not just benefit the luxury buyer. When these amenities improve, everyone in the area benefits. Property values become more supported because the area becomes more desirable overall. If you are watching this and trying to figure out which town in Monmouth County actually fits your lifestyle, your budget, your commute, your family, everything you're looking for, I've created a free Monmouth County relocation guide that breaks this down town by town. It covers lifestyle differences, pricing, schools, commute options, and what you really need to know before making a move. You can download it using the link in the description. Number 4 is tech and business sector growth. Monmouth County is not Silicon Valley, and I'm not going to pretend it is. But New Jersey as a whole is seeing major investment in innovation, life sciences, artificial intelligence, healthcare, finance, and advanced industries. And that matters because these industries create the kind of high-income jobs that support a luxury housing market. When professionals in finance, healthcare, tech, consulting, business leadership roles are choosing to live here, Monmouth County becomes very attractive. Living here, they can stay connected to New York City, Princeton, North Jersey, Philadelphia, while living in a community with space, schools, beaches, and lifestyle. That is a powerful combination. Number 3 is Netflix Studios at Fort Monmouth. This is one of the biggest economic stories in Monmouth County, and I still do not think enough people understand how significant it is. Netflix is building a major production studio at the former Fort Monmouth site with a massive investment that will bring sound stages, production facilities, jobs, and long-term economic activity to the county. This is not just about film crews showing up for a few months. A project like this can impact housing, restaurants, rentals, local businesses, contractors, creative professionals, and surrounding towns like Eatontown, Oceanport, Long Branch, Red Bank, Tenton Falls, and beyond. When a company like Netflix commits to a project of this scale, it changes how people view the area. It puts Monmouth County on the map in a very different way. And from a real estate perspective, that kind of investment can create long-term demand. Number 2 is high-end lifestyle infrastructure. This may be the biggest emotional driver behind the move. Wealthy buyers have options. They can live almost anywhere. So when they choose Monmouth County, it usually comes down to lifestyle. They want the beach, but may not want the Hamptons. They want access to Manhattan, but may not want to live in Manhattan. They want privacy, but they still want restaurants, shopping, culture, and community. Monmouth County gives them that. You can live on acreage in Colts Neck, be on the beach in Spring Lake, have a waterfront property in Rumson, enjoy a downtown lifestyle in Red Bank, or live in a family-focused community like Holmdel, Marlboro, Manalapan, or Freehold Township. You can go to the beach in the morning, your child's soccer game in the afternoon, and dinner in Red Bank or Asbury Park that night. That is the lifestyle people are buying. It's not just the house. And for buyers coming from Manhattan, Brooklyn, or Hoboken, the value comparison can be eye-opening. A budget that buys a condo in the city may buy an entire home, yard, garage, and lifestyle here. And now for number 1, business climate, policy stability, and wealth preservation. This is the factor that ties everything together. Wealthy buyers are not only thinking about where they want to live today, they are thinking where they want to build, preserve, and eventually transfer wealth. New Jersey may not be known for a low-tax state, but when you look at estate planning, family wealth transfer, access to New York City, infrastructure, schools, healthcare, and long-term lifestyle, the picture becomes much more interesting. New Jersey no longer has a state estate tax. There is no state gift tax. And with the federal state tax exemption significantly higher, many wealthy families are looking at this area differently than they would have several years ago. Again, this is something to discuss with your CPA and estate planning attorney. But from a real estate perspective, it helps explain why high net worth buyers are not automatically choosing Florida anymore. So when people ask me why the ultra wealthy are choosing Monmouth County, my answer is this: it's not one thing, it's the combination. It's the location, the schools, the lifestyle, the beaches, the space, the healthcare, the economic investment, the luxury housing, and the ability to stay connected to New York while living a completely different day-to-day life. And whether you are buying a $900,000 home, a $2 million home, or a $10 million estate, these trends matter because they shape the future of the market. If you are thinking about relocating to Monmouth County and want to understand which town actually fits your life, I would love to help. I'm Melissa DeSantis. You can download my free location guide using the link below or book a call with me directly. No pressure, no sales pitch, just a real conversation about your goals, your timeline, your budget, and whether Monmouth County makes sense for you.